Nagaland Legislative Assembly bra Environment or Climate Change la committee form Kurianishna. Committee la chairman Mla Achumbemo Kikon bra lead kurina. Aji morning Chumoukedima la dumping site inspect kurise. Inspection umoy Chumoukedima Town Council bra dumping site laga jaga chutu hua laga concern janai dise. IB details hobo.
하루 에리아도 끼만 당고라죠. Only this much. This much. How why?
Land is like home, huh?
Especially Chumoukedima. Some of you are saying that you have big acre only be man net which I say so how it happened? Who are the encroachers? Kinanga which Corona documents beside one like
specific enforcement I don't think, but like maybe some kind of measurement mistake or documentation was not proper.
This is the problem. Nagas, no? We only go by words of mouth, no record. No? Everything goes haywire. But this is a very small area, very small signal.
What is your daily waste collection? And it will increase?
You are increasing, sir.
July no July. July, good day July. It will be good July. We will not allow you. I mean the kind of plan is that. What do you mean by your responsibility? What is that? Will be initiative. Generated revenue from your end.
Yes.
Our advisors up. They are saying there's no help from the government.
The check gate is closed down.
I'm not going to get it.
From the check gate.
So then what is our plan? We have already closed down.
According to the urban area guidelines and according to the CHO guidelines, Chumou Town Council itself is not eligible to install a large incinerator. So it goes with the population and the quantity of waste that is produced.
But they are saying every day how much metric ton you say? Two. Then how come they are not qualified?
So this incinerator is only for the hazardous waste only. So the waste which we are seeing today, the plastic waste, all those paper waste which we are seeing here today, it shouldn't be dumped here. It is supposed to be segregated and then transfer stations and put in transfer stations where the debris will be collected and it will go for recycling. It is not supposed to come to this.
How do we synchronize all these policies? Oh, there is something wrong in our policy framing.
Sir, yes. But there is again another issue about the policies.
Nagaland Legislative Assembly completed 60 years last year, December, not November. So we have already completed 60 years. But we used to have Public Accounts Committee, Estimate Committee, Library Committee, and a committee on examining the central laws, whether they are applicable in Nagaland, so on and so forth. So many committees like that, functioning for the past so many years. But we didn't realize that this committee is such an important committee, which is supposed to be within the Assembly Senate. But only after attaining 60 years, with the best wisdom of our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. P. and our Honorable Speaker, Mr. Sharinga, they came together and constituted this committee. I have been given the responsibility to be the chairperson, and the rest of the honorable members, as I said, I counted 7 of us. So our main endeavor is, yes, to inspect all this waste management and also the rivers, cleaning of the rivers, and noise and air pollution, and also the human-animal conflict. All this encompasses the functioning of this committee. So, Nagamis Pravi, so therefore, Nagamis Kulabidu, Hapuna Nola Saudi. So anyway, so our endeavor is to visit like this, interact with especially the person who are directly dealing, managing all these affairs, and also create awareness. And most importantly, we will be suggesting to the government the measures that has to be adopted, the difficulties that you are facing in managing all this, and if there are some funds required, if there is a shortage of funds, that also we will definitely recommend to the government for swift and immediate attention. Of course, we don't have sanctioning power as such. This committee doesn't have that financial authority with us, but we have that recommending power which the government is supposed to take into action and respect. So therefore, this is a very important committee. As I said, I'm repeating again, after 60 years, this committee is a new committee. And the most challenging today is climate change. We are experiencing today, most of you are Chumoukedima for the past, let us say 10, 20 years. So 20 years back, I don't think Chumoukedima is as warm as today. 10 years back, not like this. So why? So it's impacting all of us, no? Climate change. It's not only in America or Europe, or Latin America, Asia. It's already here in the country. So therefore, unless we arrest immediately, amakan shock, it life-threatening. Any kind of disease, iman virus, ahili pi poila do nakaman do no. Ajikali do sabi do. Iman corona bi kiman amakan tupai. If these are very far away diseases from our people, diabetes, pressures, these are not known to our people. These are part of the climate environment. Itu amakan nagamano imar no puha amakan so begitu puki. So therefore, it is affecting our individual life also, our family life, our community life, our town, our villages. It is now simmering down to the villages. So we need a concerted effort to sensitize our people, and what we attempt to do is, especially on this segregation, I have been saying we had an inspection at Kohima on the 1st of May this month, and we decided to immediately come, but since all of our members are so busy, we could only make it today. So the important part which you are explaining us today is we have a lot of shortages, and I'm happy to know that you have raised your own funding to organize this. So I would request both of them, especially the advisor in charge of municipal and urban development, to immediately find some ways and means. Give them some sanction wherever it is necessary. Take out immediately, and you must give them. As a chairperson of this committee, in front of you, I am forcibly requesting that immediately he should find a way to see that some of your difficulties are looked after. And it so happened that he is also from this, you represent this constituency, no? These are his
Border. Where the border?
you're in the border. So,
But I'm in charge of that.
he's in charge of this. So,
It's very much a part and parcel.
you have honorable advisor which is very close attached to your district. So therefore, you should also take personal interest, and we must ensure that I am really discouraged by the area that you have told me. How can we have only this much plot of land? This is very small. We need to have all the facilities here. And segregation part, sensitization, we will talk in detail as and when we meet in the evening with the East Dimapur and Municipal Council Dimapur. We will have a forward discussion. How do we sensitize our people? But whatever said and done, we need funding. So how do we generate? How do we go about? That part, we all have to put our heads together. You cannot only rely on the department. Department has a limited, government has a really limited resources. So how do we also allow our people to generate the fundings, the resources from here and there. And we will see that at least immediate solution. We would like to see your short-term policies, your long-term policies also, from the department as well as the Chumoukedima Town Council. But we need to sensitize our people, especially on the segregation part, the biodegradable and non-biodegradable. The plastic, I was studying these days. I'm doing a lot of research and reading on. After giving me this assignment, as it is, I love reading, but I'm more into this. I become a student again. So the metal, it takes about 200 years, something like that. But when it comes to plastic waste, no years was written. It was only written several years. So several, maybe even 2,000 years to decompose all this. No. So I think we have to immediately find a solution. And down council, I don't know how you all are managing, but revenue generation advisors up, since they are expressing difficulties of the revenue generation in terms of what tool tax na ki question.
Yeah, earlier there was tool tax.
Tadi beraya
That
dengan
was
pusai
main
ni.
income, but this is
Itu tahu kan jemu lagi tahu kau jemu. Jadi we cannot just give you immediate. The solution. It's a government policy as well. So we are not competent to give a decision on that, but we have to listen to them. Our honorable member as kami tu kota boleh dengar Noraka aja. So there are two members also speak out.
As a chairperson of this area, আমি भी আপোনাকে ক'বলৈ মই থাকাটো দেখি লৈছে স্যার আমি খান লাগা জায়গাটো তো আছে এইটো কাৰণে আমি খান প্রবলেম একটা ফেস কৰি থাকাটো all the neighboring areas which has lot of waste to deposit এইটো কাৰণ আমি খান লগতে ৰিকুৱেষ্ট আমি খান কি আমি খান লাগা waste খান deposit কৰি দিবি না we will pay but they don't mind paying and itu আছে কিন্তু আমি খান because of its size limited size I mean very sorry I mean especially like Sovima and then Unity Village earlier it was Trail Hospital also and then NIT all the surrounding villages are willing to dump the waste here whereas the size as such as we have seen yourself it was and in the meantime presently bioremediation is going on itu karena I mean bioremediation itu lihat sih tiap bulan itu turn down project ya ada soal problem sebenarnya if government do हमें इनके लोन हुई जगह बाल एक तार डांगर जगह एक तार किनी भी नहले भी nearby खान extension हुई वो गन मालिक खान लोगों के पता हुई नहीं किनी भी बोले भी माना part हमें खान जो है अनियन की पारे ट्राई करो कि जगह तो डांगर बनाए दिबो करने किनी दिबो करने जो है government है तो side पर लगे और this is I think this is the competent and then the right body highlight the problem faced by us to the government. Not only that, we can act to segregation. Segregation de bhi American kulba jagina dosa cities kan advance cities kan sagina haman kulba ase aru apna officers kan bhi bistai ko segregation karone machine bhi bar machine thaki gosa dikhane itu segregation to India I think remediation to complete ho jale to segregation karne segregation machine ekta
Sometimes I used to comment. Our literacy rate is very high. And it is not that Nagas don't know, we know. But we are very stubborn people. But we have to change our attitude. I want our ULBs to also take this pain to further motivate our citizens, educate our people. And once we could segregate from household level, question of segregation here doesn't arise. I'm happy your project is you do segregation here also. Then I last was that they were segregating water bottles. Even you had boxes. They're reselling also. But when I inquired, there's a number of person put into the job, and they will cook, they have, so their expenditure surpasses the income. So eat less, but don't stay hungry. But try to generate income from this point of view.